Well, let's start off. Musician. Why are you a musician? Is it something that you were always born to do? Were you musically orientated when you were young? Did you study it? Tell me from the beginning why you're such a great singer and musician.
Well, first of all, thank you. And no, it's actually I originally didn't know. Obviously, like when you're a little girl, like most little girls want to be a singer, so like I never really took it seriously. And it wasn't until high school when I did my first school musical that I was like, oh, like I sang in front of people and it felt really good. And after that, going through high school, I was like, oh yeah, I love singing. It's a passion of mine, but is it something that's going to be a reality sort of a thing? So when I
Yeah.
finished when I finished high school, I went to uni for music and songwriting, and that's kind of when everything sort of started. And that's when I really was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna do music. We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna try it out. And yeah, I never really did lessons when I was younger. I probably did it maybe for a month, and then I stopped because obviously I wasn't that serious about it.
Right.
And yeah, I did a show called Undiscovered last year on TikTok, and then I did Australian Idol this year, and now here we are, just releasing our own music and just really getting out there.
Do you remember what? Well, you would remember. What was your first? Like, what was the show that you sang at in public for the first time?
I sang Suzical, it was Suzical Junior,
Oh, yeah.
and I was the sour kangaroo.
Look, I love Dr. Zeus, so great choice.
I know it was beautiful. It was really good. Like the school was putting it on, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna audition for it. We'll give it a go. And I auditioned, and they ended up loving me, and it was great. So
Did Idol help your career, or was it sort of didn't change much at all? Because I mean, I've heard stories that sometimes reality TV can hinder a career, but did it help you or not change it much at all?
yeah, look, Idol changed a lot for me in terms of my career. It's like my mentality going into the show was I would just want to go in there and get some publicity, get some new people that see me and know who I am. And I kind of got all of that from the show as well as working out who I wanted to actually be as an artist. I'd never
Yeah.
done upbeat pop music before until Idol. I was a big like Adele ballad singer, and then I went and it
Oh,
was Remember by Becky Hill. And oh, all good?
yeah, all good.
Yep.
You're
It
cutting in
was
and out a little bit, but I just keep going. It's all good.
sorry. And it was Remember by Becky Hill. And I was like freaking out a bit. And once I performed it, and this is this big pop dance song, and once I performed it, I kind of fell in love. So Idol definitely has changed a lot in terms of, you know, I've worked out the direction I want to go in as an artist, as well as gained some followers and people that are really excited about seeing what's coming up for me.
Do you miss doing ballads, or is it something now that you're going to do a bit of both, bit of pop, bit of ballads, maybe even change up to another genre in the future?
Like, look, like I said, I never know what I'm gonna do. I'm an independent artist, so whatever
Mm.
comes to me, I'm gonna put out. And at the moment, I'm definitely sticking with the more not ballad, pop dance songs. But in
Yeah,
saying that, like, I'd love to do stripped back versions of songs where they're ballad versions of the pop ones I've released. I think
yeah.
that'd be really cool and just giving a different kind of take on the song, as well as, if I do shows, like, I'd love to throw in some sour, sad songs in there. I think it's great to mix it up a little bit.
Who were your inspirations when you were young? Have they changed now, or you've kept the same? You've been the fangirl of the same artists all the
I
way?
have I have been a fangirl of the same artists, and that was Adele. Adele was a huge one for me. Absolutely fell in love with her music, just her heart
Yeah,
that she puts into everything, and you can just feel it. And on the other hand of that, also Rihanna. Rihanna's more a recent one, but um, when I say recent, I mean the last like 5 years. But
sure. Yeah.
yeah, she honestly just everything about her is unreal and incredible, and she's just her music, her style, just the way she's so confident and just has that thing about her. I love it, and it's so inspiring to see an artist like that. So she's definitely someone I look up to.
Well, Rihanna has also done some acting successfully. Would you ever consider that maybe, or have you ever done any acting or
So
extra?
fun little fact: before I became a singer, I wanted to be an actor. So I wanted to
Yeah.
be an actor before a singer. So Well, we won't chop acting off. We won't take it off the cards yet. But for now, we'll focus on the music. But you never know what's going to happen in the future. I would love to act. Hopefully, one day that'd be great.
What can you tell me about your new music? Is it expressing you? Is it something you've written originally? Tell me a little bit about what we can expect to hear this new set of
Yes.
songs.
So obviously, All Allah has just come out, and
Yeah,
that was written by Justine and DNA together, and it's this pop infused dance song, and it's just unreal, and it's everything I want to be. And it's exactly what I wanted to put out for my first song. And now coming off the back of that, I've written so many songs which I've written with other people as well, and I've gotten to collaborate with. And writing songs in this sort of genre and world has just been it's been I can you can talk about anything in a big pop dance,
sure. Yeah,
and you can make it could be a sad song but turned into a pop dance song. The lyrics don't always have to be upbeat and fun. Like, it could be sad, but with that beat, it makes it a completely different vibe. So I think it's really been great to explore the different like avenues in that kind of pop dance world. And yeah, everything I've been writing has been what I love to do, and I'm not writing about things I don't like. And yeah, I
yeah.
guess I'm writing for other people as well, for them, for their experiences. And yeah.
How did you come up with the name Ooh La La, or was it just that you penned that and then wrote the song, or did the title come first
So with
or
all of
second?
that, that was actually supposed to be my winner's single if I won Australian Idol. So
Ah,
I Sony got the song and presented it. So top six had to go in and record
yeah.
the because it's such a tight process, and like there's not much time during everything. So it was like you record it then, and then if you get to top three, and then if you win, that's the song that'll come out. So as soon as I heard the song written by DNA and Justine, a girl named Zemi Gold, I literally fell in love with it. And when I got out of the show, I was over the moon because I was so happy with how far I've gotten. But I was just all I could think about was the song that I just written, and it was just like, what do I do now? Like, I song. So then I ended up getting it off them, and I couldn't be happier. Like, it's just everything I love. So yeah.
What about the video clips? Is that a whole different scenario, filming one of those? How did you find it?
Yeah, so for this song, I didn't film a full music video. I just did a little 30-second clip that I could do
Yeah,
for promo. And yeah, it's different. I think I'm really confident now after being on Idol and doing all of this in my voice and my singing. But I think with when it comes to like I can't dance very well or can't do that. And this is very like dancey, like
yeah.
groovy music, and it's definitely stepping out of the comfort zone. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just growing in confidence, and I'm pushing my boundaries a little bit more, and it's great. So, it's definitely different, but it's a good different.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised you're telling me you can't dance because I actually thought it was a full clip, but yeah, I have only seen that 30-second little, I guess it's like almost an advertisement. It's letting people know about your new song, but you look like you can dance to me.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, look, I'm not uncoordinated. Oh, but like I can't fully go pull out a hip hop routine, but it's all right. We'll learn. We can always get lessons.
You've got a husky voice. Does that help with singing? Like some people
Yeah.
have a higher voice, a lower voice. Yours is quite cool, by the way, but it's a husky one.
Oh, thank you.
Does that help with your singing? Like, or do you
Well,
have to maintain it?
yeah, so it's obviously like it is a maintaining thing. Like, I've got to maintain my voice in every kind of situation because this is what I'm doing. This is my life. So but yeah, I think having a husky voice, it's great. Like, I think it really adds to like the sound of how I sound when I sing a song.
Yeah,
It makes it me. I think it's my sound. So when I sing, it's like people that
mm,
have more high pitched voices usually have higher singing voices, and I think
sure.
because of my naturally more husky voice, it comes out in my singing, and I think it just adds. I love it personally. I think it just adds a little bit more to my voice, and
It
yeah,
does.
I love it.
It does. It makes you a little bit more unique, and then people remember you. You're not sort of that same sound. You don't have that same sound as a lot of songs do sometimes when you listen to them back to back.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I speak the truth, and I know my music, I know my movies, I know my books, so I take care with all this kind of pop culture stuff. What about your style? Would you say you had a style? Was it a fashion? Were you fashion sensitive when you grew up, or is it something that you've evolved? Like, your clothes, is that all part of your image, or just what you wear, what you want to wear?
Yeah, I think obviously with image it's like important to have I just like everything like like it all comes together in one and
Yeah,
I what the sort of style now that I've kind of developed into like is a bit of what they were kind of dressing me in idol like but also like mixed with sort of the stuff I want like I'm never going to wear something I don't like and I think now it's just bright colors is a big thing for me. I really like the bright colors. I think it really works with the sort of music I'm putting out and I love it like I love dressing like that and just different like dresses like pants top like kind of whatever I feel, but obviously
yeah.
it'll be elevated when I have a performance myself. So yeah, I do like good knee-high boots. I do like.
They're a thing again. I've
Oh,
seen them
they're a big thing.
everywhere.
They are a big thing now. Every mum and their dog are wearing them.
I'm not complaining. I'm just seeing them everywhere. That's all at the
Yeah, they're
moment.
great. They're great.
What about the haters? Do you get, I mean, social media is so huge when it comes to any artist. Do you block the haters? Do you have something to say back to them? Like there must, it's not all good out there. Do you have any sort of process to deal with that kind of, response?
Look, I think as I grow and continue growing, there will be more that come in, and I think based off Idol when you'd read those Facebook comments, you'd read those Instagram comments, you'd read those DMs, and some of them obviously weren't the best. But I think in my mind and in my mentality with it all is like not everyone's gonna like you.
Sure.
I think that's just the biggest thing. And as long as you don't let it get to you, and it's a bit hard not to let something like that get to you. But I think with me, it's not really a process. It's just like, you know what? You say what you want. It is what it is. I'm just gonna focus on myself, and I think that's a really big thing. Just trying not to get caught up in what they say, because there could be a million good comments, but the one bad comment stands out.
Yeah.
Like always, always, always. And in my mind, I'm just like, you know what? That's their opinion. That's what they think. Everyone's gonna like you, and that's just what I have to leave it at, and just kind of draw the line there, and just not think about it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Good answer. I like to hear that because I don't want them sitting behind a computer or a keyboard get over any artist that are trying to do their thing. It's not
Yeah,
good.
100%. And look, it is, at first seeing it like on Idol, like that's the first kind of like, like bad comment because like no one goes out of their way to write a bad comment. But when you're on
Mm.
national TV and people can do that and people take their time to do that, it's startling at first, but you're like, you know what, I low key I've prepared myself for this. This is gonna happen. It's gonna happen more and more. You just got to block it out. So.
Mm. If you weren't doing music or you weren't an entertainer, what would you be doing? Do you have like other passions? What other job do you think you'd be doing if you weren't singing?
I don't know, to be honest. Always, I know I probably should have like something that
Backup.
I should, but no, we believe in no backups here. I don't know. I've always said I liked, I've always wanted to do something in music, regardless of whether I was going to be an artist myself. I think a teacher, maybe. Like, I'd love to be
Okay.
like, I think that'd be cool,
Yeah.
but obviously not the ideal. I'd definitely like to be a singer more than a teacher, clearly. But yeah, I think a teacher, like a drama teacher, that was something through high school. I was like, oh, maybe, but I was like, nah, singing is what it's gonna be.
What about outside of music? Do you read? Do you like sport? What sort of stuff do you do?
I played soccer for 8 years.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I was a goalkeeper, and I do love that. I come from a family of four brothers, so
Right.
three older, one younger, and they are very sport orientated. They all play soccer, and I kind of got pushed into that. And I love it. I love watching soccer. I'm a big binge watcher. I like watching TV shows a lot. Like I'm a big TV show watcher.
Okay.
Um, all the time. Love it. I do like to read. I do like to read. I love to read some like romance books. Like it's definitely something. And I think I really just like hanging out with people. I think that's my main thing. Like I love just being around people. I think because I've got such a big family, I've always been around heaps of people and I like being surrounded by friends and having fun, going to the movies or going to watch
Yeah.
a soccer game, things like that.
Can you recommend any shows that you've been watching or any movies you've seen lately?
Yes, I can. My favorite TV show ever is One Tree Hill.
It's a classic.
It's a classic and I love it. I would recommend if no one's watched it, get onto it. It is my all-time favorite. Bridgerton's great as well. And I've recently been watching Game of Thrones, which has been really good.
Yeah, I'm a closet Bridgerton fan. I don't tell too many people that, but I have
Oh
watched it
my
since the
God.
start, and
God.
honestly, it's invigorating. It's got some great actors in it, good storylines, and the music. Speaking of
Oh,
music,
the
the
music,
soundtrack is terrific.
unreal. And the way that they do it all with the
Yeah,
violence is just beautiful.
yeah,
Honestly,
yeah, yeah.
Bridgerton is definitely probably very high up there for me. It's just amazing. Don't
Well,
be
I've
ashamed
seen.
of that. You should tell people you're a Bridgerton fan.
Oh, occasionally if I like the person, or so take it as a compliment. I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I loved it. Yeah, and well, one in particular song, a Madonna song, Material Girl, they did that on the soundtrack of one of the seasons. I think it might have been season one, but that is still my favorite. But
Yeah,
the whole
honestly,
score is good.
the whole Bridgerton, like the Queen Charlotte, the everything, like they just don't miss. It's just all of it's been
Yeah.
like the visuals, music. It's just the actors, the storylines. I've gone about it for ages. Like
Well, before we wrap it up, how would you describe your perfect date? If someone could take you out and just do
ooh,
everything right, what would it be? Would it be a certain location? Would it be just the company? Like, describe your perfect
ooh,
date.
this is interesting. I think honestly, I think I'd be someone that would like to do like an activity. Maybe like I'd like to do roller skating, even though I know I'd like fall on my bum like every 5 minutes. I'm a very clumsy
Oh,
person.
well,
But I think roller skating and like maybe like dinner, I think that'd be nice. I think just something fun where you can laugh. I think that's kind of like the main thing. Get to
yeah.
knowing someone, you know.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, you have to roller skate first and then have dinner, because if you have dinner first and roller skate, you might bring it back up. You
Yeah,
don't
let's
want to do
not
that.
do that. We'll schedule the roller skating before and then the dinner after that. So that'd be good.
Well, before we go, describe your music for anyone who's sort of interested in some new pop music, wants to know a little bit about what you do, and why should people listen and get to know your music and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think
It'll make them feel happy. That's what I can say for a start.
oh, thank you. I think with my music, it's just all about it's just good vibes, it's happy, it's vibrant, and I think it can just put you in a good mood. And if you're ready to go out or ready to drive in the car somewhere and the windows are down and the music's pumping, I think that's the vibes I'm going for. So if you're interested in hearing music like that, then I think Ooh La 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 and my new music is definitely something you should look into.
Have you ever been out with the girlfriends and at a club and your songs come on?
Not yet, but I'm hoping that happens. Considering this is the first release and it came out not long ago, I'm hoping that that's a goal of mine. If I go out to the club and I hear my song pumping, that would be a dream.
Well, I know it's a new song, new tune, but I thought maybe you might have slipped a DJ one of your demos or something.
Oh, you know what? These days DJs don't take them. They've got their playlist, but um, it was playing at the Sporting Globe the other day, so
Oh, well, that's a good start.
that was a good start. It was cool hearing it in there. So next step is the clubs.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time. It's been really nice getting to know you, and I really want to wish you good luck. And hopefully, we'll cross paths at some point. When you've got a whole album out and you've got a tour, a world tour, or an Australian tour,
It's
something
coming.
like
We're
that.
manifesting it.
I'm aiming high for you.
Thank you so much. Well, it was lovely speaking to you, and thank you for having me on again. I really appreciate it.